tell you something. This is Bill McAfee, in honor of Halloween. It's October. I'm going to give you the September market update. We're running a little bit late, but we wanted to have some fun with this. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to kind of try to imitate a favorite actor of mine, Jim Carrey, in Fire Marshal Bill. So here we go. Start out on interest rates. We're at about 4.11%. Notice they've been traveling down. Again, I said this in my last video. Keep watching Greece, Italy, and Spain. There's a lot of stuff going on there. As long as those economies are down, you're probably going to see interest rates stay down. So for you buyers, for you investors out there, take advantage of it. Going on to the next slide, you can see the average sales price dropped. More importantly, on a running average, we're down in somewhere around 220 on our running average on this. Going to the next slide is our median sales price, but more importantly, even right here, we're just under 190 on a running average on the median sales price. Notice that we are going down some, and I've been saying this all the year. We've got two things dragging prices down. One, the banks selling their property into the... Yeah, let me tell you something. The banks are selling into the inventory, and then our upper price ranges keep dropping down, so it's still driving prices down. The next slide, number of sales on a 12-month running average. We're still moving about 682 units, somewhere around that a month. On this, the previous listings, notice that the listings are actually trailing down, and that's a good sign. This is more of a historical average, so we're starting to go down over here, okay? So the number of homes in the market is starting to go down to historic levels, and that's good. Looking right here, the months of inventory. I've said this before, we've kind of got a storm hidden. Let me tell you something. Here's what we do have. We have interest rates that are just phenomenal, and I got to count a couple of things. Interest rates that are just totally phenomenal. We've got homes that are priced right, especially under 200,000. We're starting to run out of inventory. We've got incredible pain. Anyway, here's our inventory levels. Notice the 400 to 500,000. It's running almost. It's about 11.13 months. We're still high. 6 months being normal. Everything under 250 and below, or 244 or 249.9 is below 6 months of inventory. So our market is correcting. We got a couple of things coming here, and let me tell you something. We got some things coming, and some of those things coming aren't on my slide here. But with the troops pulling out of Afghanistan, you're going to start to see more and more people coming into Colorado Springs, which is actually going to make an incredible rental market even better. You're going to see home prices, and they already are, under 200,000 are starting to come up. We have builders that are building in the $200,000 price range here. One builder that through the end of July had already built 100 homes. So comparing the first 9 months of this year to the first 9 months of last year, we've got average prices down about 3.4%. We've got median prices down about 3.7%. Now, considering that we had that new home buyer credit last year, that these are only down that much is actually pretty good. And with rates being down the way they are, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be... It's going to be really good, okay? Looking over here, the inventory levels, they're down about 4.5%. The number of listings is down about 14% compared to where we were last year at this time. The old law of demand and supply, the fewer homes that are on the market, the more demand is, that's a good thing. Rates are still at historic lows. So, you know what, I would just like to say, if you're an investor in this market, you don't want to miss out. I've said this before, with interest rates being where they're at, with inventory levels being down where they're at, the upper end buyers, got to tell you guys are upper end sellers, your home's going to have to be priced right and be in perfect condition. Now, I want to tell you something. It's got to be in perfect condition. You got to be. It's got to be absolutely in perfect condition. If you're in the lower price range, especially under 200, and you're a primary residence buyer, you're not going to be able to throw low-ball offers in much more because that market's just back. So low end, for buyers, if you're in there, you're going to have to get in there and buy because the rate's upper end. Price those homes right and have them in perfect condition. Again, this is Bill McAfee with empiretitle. You should always contact your professional real estate agent to help you navigate these waters. Thanks, and